How's it going, guys? Bring Your Platoon here, and welcome back to another great set of games in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'll be playing in the M41 Walker Bulldog, a Tier 8 American light tank. Very quick, very good. Let's go quickly down the stats of it for the gun and the other statistics. Anyway, the gun it has is a 76mm. You fire 12 rounds a minute. Your pen is 175 millimeters for the standard APCR that you get, 210 for the premium heat ammunition, and then 38 millimeters of pen for the high explosive rounds that you get, dealing a whopping, well, I say whopping, but it's not really that big of an improvement, 260 damage on average for the high explosives instead of the standard 170 for your APCR and heat rounds. Your dispersion is 0.36. Your aim time is 1.9. Your view range is 400 meters. Your fire chance is 20%, which is not that great. Health is 1000 HP. Horsepower is 800. Max speed is 68 kilometers an hour. Reverse speed is 25. It says 24, but I'm just going to round it up. And your reload time is like under 4.5 seconds for everything that I have on right now, which is optics, gun rammer, and no, that's a lie. I have optics, vertical stabilizer, and a rammer. No, god damn it, no rammer, just vents. Christ, I can't talk. It's got 10 degrees of gun depression, 20 degrees of gun elevation, and the only complaint that I have with this tank is that it can get you into a lot of trouble with how quick and mobile it is, because you'll be going straight at your top speed and you will start to how should I say this, you'll have like a skating effect, like an ice skater. You'll start to like glide one way while you're turning, and I don't know what this Tusk is trying to do here. I fucking hate these derping light tanks. They're nothing to do with skill, and they just have so much speed, and that's a lie. They do take skill to use, much like any other light tank, but goddamn, they're just so annoying. I see so many of them in almost every Tier 10 or Tier 9 game. It's just gross. But, moving on, I don't like derping light tanks. I don't like the derp gun for any of the American line. I don't use the derp gun for the T-49 or the Sheridan. Just not worth it, in my opinion, at all. Too many drawbacks. So, being as quick and mobile as this thing is, your biggest enemy when playing a light tank is always going to be, ironically, not the enemy, but your allies. Because without allies to support you and actually deal decent damage, you're left with a very low alpha gun. Very surprised the Chieftain missed me there. Good on him. RNG definitely favored me instead of him there, but I'll take it. And you just really can't deal the damage you need to, and very often, more often than not I should say, you can't pen what's in front of you, even with premium ammunition. Like, what are you going to do to the front of an E100? You'll see in the second game, in this gameplay, that I come across a super heavy tank, and I'm not really trying to damage it all that much. I'm just trying to track it, and it just takes me a lot of time, and if you're worried about missing tracks, just load high explosives and shoot them twice in the tracks, anywhere. Even if it doesn't pierce through, it'll at least pull their tracks off, so no worries about that. But, yeah. This tank, it's really good. It's really good if you have a good supporting team. If everyone is afraid to pop out and fire their gun, obviously you're going to get dicked on very quickly, and that is exactly what's going to happen in this game. My team is not doing a lot to help me out here. I have a lot more base damage than I do spotting, and I honestly don't know what the ending score is going to be, but I know it's decent enough to get an ace tanker with a win. And since we lose, it brings me down to like a second-class mastery. But it's what it is. Whatever. But you can definitely go from A to B very quickly in this thing. Its camo is just great. It's nothing like a ELC AMX, but it's definitely fucking up there, in my opinion. And when you're shooting at the sides of German armor, just load the heat. Unless it's like an E100, then just don't even bother. Well, yeah, even load the heat and shoot the side turret, because you'll go through 80% of the time, I believe. Something like that. And this E75 is having a bad time. I do believe I finish him off, but I could be wrong. Wait for it. Oh, yeah. That's a shame. That is a shame for him. And I'm just trying to use my speed here. I really don't... Like, I know that my team's inevitably going to let me die, and it does happen, like, right here. Yeah, okay, I'm dead. But even with my team letting me down, I netted almost 4,000 base damage and a little bit above 1,200 spotting damage, because I did just get a little bit more for that. Just gonna skip to the end here, because I'm sure you don't want to watch this. Okay, now we get to see the final moments of the TVP, or sorry, the Skoda T50, whatever. Game's over. Combined damage is like 5,300 or something like that. Let's just see what it is. Yeah, okay, 5,500. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Love the tank. That was a loss. I'm going to put an Ace Tanker Mastery in the thumbnail because the next game is, in fact, an Ace Tanker medal. And it's not even the best one that I have for this tank. Pretty funny. It's by no means an amazing game, but it can show you how you can come back from the brink of defeat. Or maybe there's just one enemy tank left. I don't know. I forget. I've played a lot of games in this thing, and I did get the 3rd mark of excellence today. I will not be uploading that game. However, I will include it after these 2 are uploaded. Or I guess this single video is done being uploaded. But it's a tier 10 game. And I believe the other game was just tier 9s. No, it was definitely tier 10s as well. So this is both of these games are having me be the bottom tier, which is fine. You actually want to pray for being a higher tier in a higher tiered game, just because that pretty much enables you to get more damage, more track damage and spotting damage and such. So yeah, no need to be super aggressive, just play really defensively, and as long as you get like 1 or 2 tanks, a decent chunk of their health at the end, whether it be tracking, spotting, or just base damage, you should get enough for the 3rd mark of excellence every single game. And as long as you don't play stupidly or get YOLO'd nonsensically, if that's even a word, then you should be fine. What do you need to 3 mark this thing? 2,300 damage on average per game. Let's just make sure I was right there. La-di-da-da-da, light tanks, tier 8, USA. Sorry, you need 2,400 damage on average every game to 3 mark this thing. Not bad. Not bad at all. The 76mm is accurate. It fires quickly. If you want to replace the vents for a gun rammer, I wouldn't be against it. The only reason... Like, thanks, other light tank. You're the greatest. That was probably my fault. And I just fire a childish shot at him because I'm a dickhead sometimes. But yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing to increase this thing's DPM just a little bit more than the vents would. And you really don't need it considering how minuscule an improvement the vents offer. But the vents do improve everything instead of just the reload time. So just keep that into consideration when you do that. Also, if you want to put cola on this thing, make sure you have... preventative maintenance as well as firefighting, because if you do get set on fire, it's probably going to take most of your HP, and you don't have a lot to work with. So if something like huge in caliber hits you for like 850 damage, you're probably going to die regardless. So yeah, not really worth to buff up all your stats if all it takes is 1 hit and you're going to die anyway. Just keep the fire extinguisher. If you like to play risky and you feel like you're a lucky guy or lady, then go ahead and do that. Just go without the extinguisher and buff up the DPM and crew skills as much as physically possible. But I feel like the vertical stabilizer is a must. just because when you encircle tanks, of course your aiming bloom is going to be going crazy because you're not only turning the turret, but you're also, that was a poor shot on my part, should have waited for the tracks to be out a little bit more. Not only will the turret be turning, but your tank chassis will be turning as well. This thing can out-traverse many tanks with great ease because of how quick it is and mobile, but if they're up against a wall and they put their ass up against it, then you're screwed, because then you can't encircle them. Just try to track them first, don't get damaged, just track them, and eventually they'll exhaust all of their repair kits and just be SOL, and you'll be bullying them because they won't be able to do anything, especially if they're around a corner and not enough of your tank is showing for them to do anything about it. So you just keep perma-tracking them and damaging them all in the same hit over and over again, and they just pout until they die. It's pretty cruel to watch, but it's so fun to do. Easy damage and free damage, pretty much, because you don't even have to worry about encircling them. So, don't know how that doesn't retract the Indian Panzer, but that was kind of a weird shot. I must have hit the roof of his side armor. That doesn't make any sense. Let's just move on. Tiger 2. I see that there's a T-30 just camping in the back. I'm going to get another pen on this Tiger 2 before his T-30 friend has a chance to hit me again, because if he does, I will, in all reality, die. And surprised I didn't get hit by the T-49 there. Just want to dick into this T-30 because he's got a lot of HP left, and I have enough to go up in the mark. But since I do, I can play a little bit more recklessly. This entire time has been nothing but defensive play and just trying to sneak a few shots in here and there. And of course, this other tanker likes to block my shot, so that's pretty cool on him. What do we got over here? That T-49, that's right. So we're going to go for him very quickly. And lo and behold, the T-30 is not very smart. Oh, there's the Indian Panzer. Well done. You went from the back hill to there. Good move. Good move. Just kidding. Probably would have been better off sniping if I was in his position, but who can blame him? What else is going to happen? Yes, in this game, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a super heavy, and that super heavy is going to be the E100, and we absolutely just bully the shit out of him. And this is a smart play on my part. He's up against the line, so I can't get behind him, but oh, look what I can do. You can't turn your tank all the way, so it's not good for you. He almost got out, and I almost got shotgunned, but that didn't happen because he couldn't traverse. And if he just well, no, that's not true, because if he moved forward, I would have been able to encircle him regardless. So he pretty much did all he could to prevent me from killing him, but it didn't work out because that's just what happens when you're on the out of, what is it? The board? I don't even know. The out of bounds line, and you can't move anywhere else. So, what am I considering right now? I have an Object 260 with me. I know he's got trollish, exceedingly great armor in the front, so I feel pretty protected with him. By me, we also have, oh look, a grill. I can shoot high explosives into him. A almost full health E100. And then a Conqueror that I shoot a high explosive shell into for no damage. That's fine? That's fine. I don't want to get hit by that grill, and I know this T-49 is coming along, so we're just going to wait for him. I was still locked onto that tank. Don't know why he didn't shoot me there. But could have taken a bit more damage there. That was weird that he didn't shoot me for all the time that he had to do that. But I'll take it. And then I finish out the Conqueror, of course. And I tried to go for the ram on this Grill 15. Probably would have damaged me a lot in the process, but I did want to get his remaining health. I do end up finishing him off regardless, and then I'm going to use this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I was really hoping he wasn't going to be targeting me, and yeah, he is. I think he just fired, though, so I knew I had a bit of time to react before he had a chance to reload and fire on me again. But I'm just trying to track him, and this is really awkward because one of my allied tanks Or perhaps one of the enemy tanks' barrel is right in my fucking way, so I just take my time and break his tracks off with some standard ammo. And yeah, this is really time consuming, and if I don't do this quickly, or the opponent has a decent crew like this E100 does, then it's kind of a waste of time to track them, and you just want to DPM. Like, he fixes it before I have a chance to reload, or he used another med kit, or repair kit, sorry. Take off the tracks there. I don't have enough pen to go through his side and his tracks. Like, he must have toolbox on or something, because even having a large repair kit, track repair, and repairs, it takes at least 6 seconds, or 4 seconds. Is it 4, or is it 5 or 6? I don't know. But regardless, his tank goes down. I do like a celebratory twirl of the tank and the camera, and that netted me 6,200 damage combined, or around there. Very great. Very great damage in this thing. Considering that you only need 2,400 to go up, I essentially almost tripled that damage. But that's the game. And as always, feel free to give me a like, comment, and subscribe, please. It not only helps my channel out, but also my ever-dwindling motivation to play this game. So, see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.